I attended a part of the panel which was being streamed live. It was called Poetry and Climate and Emergency. The live streaming audio was a bit intermittent, so I wasn't able to hear everything. But I felt it was a wonderful panel. The theme is extremely topical because climate change is here to stay, which we can see from the terrible heat that is affecting Europe, the huge change in weather, the extreme temperatures in places like Delhi that we have been facing over the last few years. And I guess the point that we as poets can make is through our voice, through our poetry. So the panel started from this point by Zoë Brigley, who talked about how we can also bring our stories to the table, raise the flag about how this is an emergency. I also heard Christian Evans talk about how it's not just about what we are facing, but also what we receive from nature, and he read out a poem. Sampurna Chatterjee from India read out from the anthology. From what I could gather, it was from the anthology where she read out from a poem, That Thing with Feathers. Since I'm based in Delhi and this poem is about Delhi, I thought I'll read a bit about it too. They say that before color began to disappear, Delhi was dreamlike. A disco in the trees, bird songs in the evening light. Now, all I want from the future is the past. To unearth 1,000 lakes, a couple hills, a river, and a beating heart. There were also readings by Aaron Kent and Robert Minhinnick. Unfortunately, I was not able to listen, or rather hear what they read out, so I can't really comment on it. But they're both extremely talented writers, and the good thing is that the live streaming audio issue has been fixed now. So do subscribe and follow our channel to hear more about the Poetry Festival. And one last note, the panel ended with some comments and discussion with the audience, and they brought out how climate change is being seen in something as simple as less number of bees in the garden, for instance. So I think all of us can be inspired to bring out these stories, and that's the way to tackle this emergency in our own maybe baby step, but equally important way. That's it from me for this panel. Do keep tuned in.
Come to the end of the first day, we've had a lot of poetry, and that's an understatement.
We have had a lot of poetry, but it's been, I think, pretty good poetry all in all. It's been great to see some old friends back, like Hilary Llewellyn-Williams, whose new book has come out, the first one in 20 years, and to see her back on stage was great. And yeah, I mean, just to see people back on stage has been really good. To meet people in person again, it's been fantastic.
And to have an event where we can all be together in the same building.
In the same building, occasionally wearing masks, of course, and being socially distanced in the theatre. This place is ideal for that, actually, because there's plenty of space for people, and we can all sit back and enjoy it.
So how do you look back on the first day today?
I've been introduced to some great new poets. I was particularly impressed with S.L. Grange, who won the Poetry Wales pamphlet competition this year, who I think, for a first book, it's a really accomplished and achieved voice. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from her. And as I said, just meeting up with people like Philip Gross again and having that, I suppose. The downside, if there has been one, has been some of the technical difficulties, but that's not COVID related and that's not poetry related either. So.
And you're going to do it all over again tomorrow and the day after?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, plenty to look forward to tomorrow. Don't ask me what, because my head is quickly emptying of virtually everything I need to know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we have got some really good events lined up, and I'll be here again tomorrow to make the most of it.
Well.
Wow, what a day.
Full day. My head is spinning round and round. You?
Yeah, round and round as well. We have had so many different poets on the stage. We've heard from so many different people. So wonderful to be together in the venue as one.
Yeah, well, that's the good place to start, isn't it? The fact it's actually happened now.
Yes.
And it's we're not all on screens. It is hybrid. There are people who've been joining, contributors and audience.
Yes.
But it is nice to be back physically where we can sit and talk.
Exactly.
That's been a big factor today.
It really has. It really has. So, what have you enjoyed out of the day? What have been
it's just
your enjoyment?
Processing. I think on a macro kind of level, it is the fact it's happening, and it's seeing so many good poets on the same stage.
Yes.
That was quite overwhelming, really, because the standard has been consistent all the way through. And then the poetry, what they're dealing with issues relating to LGBTQ+,
Yes.
with climate change,
Yeah.
personal stories, with mental health issues.
Yeah, some really strong themes interlinking their way through, haven't there? Really have been.
Yeah, and fascinating to see how poetry's used to deal with those themes.
Yes, yeah, and how important it is in our world. So, for example, in the Climate and Emergency panel, there was the discussion about how we can use poetry in order to bring the issue into the lives of everyone, and where does the responsibility lie?
Yeah.
Does it lie with the leaders of our countries? Does it lie with our communities? Does it lie with us as individuals to make that change? And I think for me, that's what's been one of the takeaways of today.
Yeah.
What can we do as writers on our micro levels? You talked about macro, but on a micro level, what can we do to bring these issues, and not just climate, as you say, we've been having a lot of different issues, to bring those to light to our world, and how can we bring those to readers and non-readers of poetry?
Yeah. And that it would be easy to say, wouldn't it? Well, what difference can a poem make? You know, whether you're talking about climate, I write a poem, what's that going to do?
Yes.
But the possibility that it could is what's exercising my mind.
Yes.
I mean, I can see maybe on mental health, if you're writing about things you've been through,
Yes.
that there is a link.
Yes.
But climate? So that's challenged me.
How can we relate to that? Because it's massive and it's not going away.
Yeah.
What little things can we do?
Yeah. What's going through my mind now is there's another 2 days of filling the head.
I'm so glad I brought my notebook and my pen.
But anyway, it's been fab, and let's do it again twice over.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm going to get my train now.